everybody. Welcome back to MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy. Hopefully everybody's having a good week. Happy hump day, everybody. And then if this is your first time here at the channel, welcome. Thank you for checking out the channel and the video. Today, I definitely want to talk about budgeting for my inventory. This is what I've learned. So keep in mind, everybody's situation is different. Everybody's budget is different. Everybody's capital is different. And, you know, depending on how much you have to spend and everything. So everybody is situational in regards to what you're willing to buy, whether you're, you know, looking to flip cards, whether you're to buy to hold, to collect, to, you can somewhat even call it invest, or whatever you're looking to do. Everybody's budget is different. My biggest thing that I learned and advice, I think I talked about this in previous videos, is that stay within your means. That's the biggest thing, is that my biggest thing was, you know, I was watching a lot of videos, you know, and I know a lot of gentlemen in the industry of sports card collecting, and they have a higher budget than me. They can afford it, and it's great for them if, you know, they're able to afford it and everything. But I had to learn to stay within my means and stay in my lane. That's the biggest thing, especially, you know, I'm doing this as a full-time gig now, is that I can't get into the hoopla of buying a $10,000 card, thinking I'm going to flip it for $12,000 or $15,000 or things like that, or buying a $1,000 card, even at that, and thinking I'm going to flip it for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, whatever the case may be. I can't do that because I got to stay within my means, within my budget, and limit the risk. That's the biggest thing. Remember, there's a high risk, high reward if you're willing to spend, if you have that capacity to be able to purchase those types of things. So my biggest thing is stay within your means, and my biggest thing is stay in your lane. I've actually had some people who kind of ask me, okay, so how do you budget yourself? How much do you reinvest into your inventory? I think, you know, since doing this almost 8-9 months now, or going on 9 months, 8 months now, I'm slowly figuring that out. At the beginning, I'm just spending. I want to say in the last 3 or 4 months, I'm still buying because I need to increase my inventory. However, I've slowly scaled it down and said, because I think when I first started this, I was reinvesting almost like 80-90% of the revenue of whatever I was selling on eBay, whatnot, or at card shows. Now I've cut it back to, I'm about 50 to 60%. So whatever I bring in, whatever I sell, I budget myself for that week. So how I set this thing up is that eBay, I do a weekly payout. So on that weekly payout, whatever I sell, whatever the case may be, I budget myself to where, okay, so now whatever I bring in, let's just say I made sales of $2,000. I'm just throwing numbers out there. I would, that following week, budget myself to $1,000 on reinvesting into inventory, whether it's paying for grading fees or buying new lots, things like that. I would do that. That's how I'm slowly doing it. I was looking to do more because I wanted to scale up, but I'm kind of just trying to find that round number. I think when I was doing like 80% was way too much. I'm buying way too much. I was finding myself doing that. I brought it down to about, I want to say about 30%, and it wasn't enough because I wasn't scaling enough. So I think around the 50 to 60% of reinvesting any revenue sales into my inventory, it seems to be working for me. So that's where I'm at right now, is that I'm at about 50-60%. I may have to do more if I can scale up more. It just depends, and it obviously depends on the lot or whatever cards I'm purchasing. So that's the thing. I don't look at anybody else. And this is the thing, you know, I'm going to give anybody advice, is whether you're watching somebody's YouTube channel, whether your buddy, your friend, whoever's able to, you know, purchase those cards, if it's not within your budget, it's okay. You can live vicariously through them. That's how I say it. I watch those YouTube channels of guys buying $10,000-$20,000 cards, even like $1,000 cards. I'm living through them. It's entertainment purposes. I'm not so envious to the point where it's going to hurt my wallet. You got to put yourself in that situation. So stay in your lane, guys. If your lane is only to be able to buy, $20 worth of sports cards that week, spend $20, guys. You have to have self-control. I know it's harder. It's easier said than done, but that's the biggest thing, is that you have to have self-control and the ability to say no. If you're only budgeted, like I just said, $20 this week, if you hit $20, that's it. Wait till next week. You got to have that self-control because you can find yourself. And I was there for a little bit at the beginning when I was trying to do this full time. I got to keep buying. Got to keep buying. You have to have self-control, because if you don't, it will get out of control. If you don't have that, you'll end up buying into breaks where you shouldn't be. You'll be buying cards that you shouldn't be because you can't afford it. You'll be putting cards on your credit card. You'll be buying stuff that you have no business being able to afford. So biggest thing is look yourself in the mirror and really understand, especially if you have a family. Myself, I have 4 daughters. I have my wife. I have to be cognizant of what I purchase and how much I spend. You have to have that self-control, because if you don't budget yourself, you easily, especially in this hobby, you can easily find yourself getting out of control, and it becomes no longer fun. When it becomes no longer fun, that's when you start hearing people like, I'm getting out of the hobby, I'm selling my entire collection, blah, blah, blah. I feel like that happens to those who get out of control, and it no longer becomes fun. It no longer becomes even a business, because they can't. It's unsustainable when you're spending way too much that you're not within your lane. You're not within your means. So that's the biggest thing, is my biggest advice. The biggest thing that I've learned is you have to have self-control, and it's okay to say no. And it's okay that others purchase, a crazy card, and you just, like I said, live vicariously through them and just stay within your budget. You got to have that self-control. That's the biggest thing I feel like in this hobby, is that people don't have. And I'll be the first to tell you that it's hard. I deal with it every day. I would love to buy a brand new Steph Curry autographed rookie card. I just can't. Or, a LeBron James, Topps Chrome rookie card, BGS 10 or something like that. I would love to. I just can't. You have to have that ability to say no and stay within your lane. That's the biggest thing, guys. So that's my biggest advice. If you're able to do that, if you're able to have self-control, stay within your lane, I believe you'll be able to sustain the business better, obviously. And then obviously this will be more fun. The hobby will be more fun because you're within your budget, and then you'll get things and you'll appreciate them more. Because I feel like if you have a specific budget and you spend that budget, then you really appreciate that. That's what you can only afford. You appreciate that specific card or whatever collection a little bit more. So that's just kind of what I feel like, and that I've learned a little bit. Hopefully, like I just said, if people can stay within budget, I think they'll just enjoy the hobby a little bit more, and it wouldn't be so much cutthroat and people just getting a little stir crazy in regards to buying stuff. So other than that, if you guys enjoy this stuff, feel free to subscribe. Hopefully you guys learn a little bit of something there. Stay tuned this week. Like I said, I'm going to do another video with my Excel sheet, so you guys can kind of follow me on that. Also, what's been selling this week, I want to talk to you guys about that, because it's a little bit different. Again, like I said, every week's different. I'll probably do a video on that. And other than that, I'm still waiting for some submission to come from PSA. Looks like it's moving quite along. I don't know. It might be a little bit longer than the previous one. So I'm just stay tuned to that to just kind of give you guys an update on how fast the turnarounds for grading times are. So, and other than that, if you guys have not subscribed, hopefully if you guys watched this far, you guys enjoyed the video, you'll learn a little bit of something, man. So other than that, man, until next time, guys.